Hello and welcome one and all to An Unlikely Tale, Godfall. Based in the Sword Coasts of Faerun, where we use a combination of D&D 5th edition, Pathfinder 1st edition, a dash of homebrew, and a sprinkling of the classic Rule of Cool. Tonight, we'll be continuing our battle to reclaim Waterdeep and to face, potentially, the divine threat that stands before them. With that said, however, note that this is a brutal, grim, dark adventure filled with various hardships, struggles, and injustices, so if you have a low constitution score, like Silas, you may want to get some advantage for those saves. With all that good stuff out of the way, my friends, it is good to be back with you fine folks, running this amazing adventure. Now you might notice we got some new faces, and of course, your favorite familiars. So, without too much bluster, shall we unleash our players?
So I don't really pay attention to how much money I have. I just kind of passively make it and spend it.
I make my friends
Goals.
give me money.
Goals.
Oh, it's not because I have a lot of it. It's just because, like, fucking whatever I spend this on is gonna be for crafting. So
I'm making Reno or Darth buy me a mount. You don't need to know why.
Oh, welcome back.
But
Oh jeez, hold on.
Hey!
I'm making them buy me a mount.
I'm not going to have Roko's PNG anymore.
Oh, no fret, no fret. I'm in the midst of some transitional stuff taking place currently, so if anything is missing, anything
I'm gonna cry.
familiar, fret not. It will be back come
I'm
next
sure
week.
we're probably super chill tonight anyway.
How do I change my profile picture now on the actual Roll20?
Hey, Active Fuji.
You can do that, I believe, through the main website's homepage. So you might want to pop open another tab.
Too much
push-ups,
effort, but
Silas.
whatever, I'll attempt it.
Your face is just on stream right now, pretty much.
Is it? No, I've turned off my camera.
No, because your profile picture.
What?
It doesn't take the server profile one; it takes the actual account one.
Oh god, what is my actual account photo?
It's your actual
It's a
face.
super zoom in of your face.
Wait, is it my face?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't even see it.
You gotta
Wait,
go
is
to
it-
live stream.
Hold on,
Yeah,
I'll
I
link
think I
it.
I
What
think,
is this
yeah.
showing?
Hang on.
Here,
With
look
your
in the
face.
voice chat one. It's Discord.
What is this show? What is this showing?
One sec.
God, I got an ad.
Damn, you're all subbed.
Dude, I don't use Twitch. The last time I opened Twitch was like 3 months ago.
Damn, I feel the
There.
love. I really do.
I'm
I got you.
sorry,
I got you coming out
I'm
here
sorry.
for it. Like,
I don't use Twitch. I just don't. I can't stand Twitch sometimes.
I
it
don't
can.
like Twitch
It has
either.
its moments. It has its moments.
My subscription to you guys has ended. I want you guys to feel the not love from me.
Damn.
Where do you see my face, Logan?
Are you on the stream?
Oh. Okay, now I see. I saw this really good art, and I just looked over. I was like, "Oh, who's that guy right there?" I didn't expect to
That's
see him show our Discord.
Here.
Oh
I'll
my
send you a link.
I got you,
of
I
how
got
to
you, I got
change
you.
that.
I got you.
That's my live reaction.
No,
photo.
if you just change your Discord profile, like your account profile. It'll
Oh no,
fix
I
it.
love it. It can stay. It can stay. I love
Oh,
it.
I can stay. I can
okay.
stay. Okay,
It's
got you.
funny.
Got you.
I don't care about people seeing my face. I just didn't know he was there. I have no problem with people seeing it though. I generally do not care.
Bet,
I think it's
bet.
actually, I think it's kind of funny looking actually.
Oh shit! I just realized too. I never fixed my keybinds on this.
I was worried though there was something bad though. I
No,
forgot
no,
that-
you're good. You're good.
Okay. Cool.
That was so peak. Okay.
Yeah, I gotta transfer all my
Alrighty.
bookmarks.
Logan, I did it again.
What'd you do?
I spilled more coffee.
Oh,
The suffering, the
I suppose
I
the
have
profane.
Why do you keep spilling it? Like,
profane.
is it you go to grab it and hit it, or is
Because
it like,
I'm not looking. Because I have all the coffee directly in front of me, and I'm so fat that my stomach's actually hitting it when I like get
So-
up to go pet my dog or something, and it's actually.
So
just
when I
falling.
told you to move the coffee, you just did not
I
listen.
did. I moved
Nope.
it. I moved it.
Yep.
2 feet in front of me, but I
Yep.
got up and I knocked it over. Okay, I'm gonna move it next to my.
Adjacent. Adjacent is the way. It's the way and
Yeah,
the
don't-
truth.
Don't put it in front of you where you will hit it when you
No,
get up.
I've put it on top of my Ash Williams pop figure, so it should be fine from there.
So
except
what I'm
that that
hearing is if it
falls,
spills, it's going to be all over something you value.
No. If it falls, it's probably just gonna land on my ground and my dog, so that's fine.
That
Yes,
poor
have-
dog.
It's fine. I just gave my dog. a treat,
Dude,
so
what did I
she's all
just
good.
post?
I'm hitting someone else.
Alrighty.
I wanna go
So
home.
let's see.
No, I want to go home. I don't want to be here no more. I'm going home.
Oh
Bye.
no. Things. It's too late now. You're in too deep now.
No, it's okay. I could just leave. It's okay.
You've been too water deep, you mean?
Adjacent.
welcome to Waterdeep 2.0.
Please, no. The amount of times I had to experience Waterdeep, I'm good. No, thank you.
Yeah, you get to experience a third time now.
Oh, stop. Oh crap! I didn't mean for that to be in chat.
Wait, are you being serious? Are you being serious? I have. No, please tell me I don't have to watch the deaths again.
No, we're
No,
past that.
No, we're
Oh,
well
thank
past
fuck,
that.
oh,
We're well
thank
past
fuck,
that.
oh, thank fuck. That is the part I do not want to watch.
Alrighty, friendos. Now, you guys ready for your recap?
Yes, I can't wait for this recap.
Alright. When last we'd left, a handful of our willing adventurers, spurned on by a thirst for vengeance, concocted a plan to win back Waterdeep. Using the Divinus Devorators, they'd assault the western gate, storming it and pressing into the inner walls while the enemy busied themselves with regrouping their defenses. The plan seemed shaky, having never used the Divinus for such a venture, but trusting in the power of these engineered weapons of war, they pressed on with a small detachment of willing soldiers. Systematically, they cut a swath through the Scarlet Legions, unleashing the full brunt of the destructive potential that was the ancient armors they now fought from within. Yard by brutal yard, they reclaimed the west of the city, forcing back the enemy into the besieged Waterdeep. And not wanting to give the enemy more time to develop a counteroffensive, they paused for but a moment outside the gate, regrouping and continuing their rampage within. Their advance was met with an unmoving wall of resistance as the enemy rushed to stop them in their attack within the narrow city streets, aided by the potently powerful air support in the way of advanced Eldritch airships. As the battle seemed to lean in the favor of the legions of the Scarlet King, a strange phenomenon suddenly occurs as a screaming meteor crashes down from the heavens above, just before them within the city center. They look on in equal parts despair and confusion. For as the dust clears, they look upon the divine countenance of a god. Before them, the embodiment of tyranny, bearer of the Black Hand, Bane, stands with a gleeful look, sadistic and thirsty for blood. And as this is taking place, we turn our attention to a northern section of the city, where within an individual cloaked and hidden sneaks and slips quietly from shadow to shadow, watching with scrutinous eyes as the hostile forces pass through the streets ahead. Your mind screams at you to be anywhere but here. Something else within drives you to continue your search. Word is spread quickly of the happenings of Waterdeep, and of the collective of brave warriors attempting to combat the tide of slaughter you've now confirmed to be more than just rumor. As far back as you can remember, you've consistently been told you're strange, weak, or foolish for your odd proclivities for kindness. After all, most devils are meant to be creatures of cunning and deception, their own self-interest driving their motivations. Or so you're told. And yet, Lana can't help but feel this drive to do the right thing in this instance, as she continues to scan for banners or signs that hint at the presence of potential friendlies. I need Lana to give me a perception roll. Eden?
Hi.
Give me a perception roll.
I did.
Oh, damn!
I know.
Damn.
I
Whoa.
know.
Sheesh.
Oh.
I know.
The cloaked woman slips from the shadows, peering down the street in both directions. And as much as she tries, not more than smoke, bodies, and blood seem to fill the purview of her vision. Continuing on, she skulks, using the roof's awnings to obscure any potential sightings from above. And as she creeps around a corner, preparing to slip down another alleyway, give me a stealth check. As you make your way, you quickly hear the sounds of voices from just around the corner, and this gives you pause. You backpedal quickly and slip into a small alcove, looking on from your hidden spot as a detachment of scarlet troops make their way southward. There seems to be a hurry in their step, as if they are going to battle. Arms and armaments bore high as they continue their march. And you feel as if you should follow, that this might lead you to what you seek. And so, as the last of their battalion clears your line of view, you slip once more from the shadows and pursue. As these events are taking place, somewhere far off in a distant world, bound now by a networking crisscross of roots and branches, and even deeper still, within the depths of its underworld, where even the dead see no rest. We look on at two individuals currently standing around a large wooden desk within an office. The office seems rather basic, but what it contains within is anything but. Collections of bones, body parts, and other strange artifacts and knickknacks can be found scattering the shelves and desks. Of the two individuals, one, a pallid, gaunt, some would say undead looking man, bears an expression on his face.
Now, I'm not exactly proud to admit this, but shit's hitting the fan. It's not looking too good.
He looks to the woman standing before him, and as he kind of gives her a once-over, describe Faye.
Oh, we're getting right into this. Okay. Faye is a teenage human, white skin, around 16 to 17, can't really tell. She has rather short brunette hair, goes down to probably her chin. She is wearing white clothing with yellow accents, and there is a giant python behind her in motion.
Now, usually things go the way I plan. And if it doesn't, I can just pop them. But, surprise, surprise, you can't pop the Scarlet King, so... Turns out we lost a lot more than we had anticipated when we went off to go help, that guy. I don't even remember his name. So... with us withdrawing back to the Pantheon, I thought it prudent to maintain ties. The battle isn't over yet. And I'll be honest, I feel a little bad. We did kind of just leave, you know. Shit went bad and we just left. But we lost so many men. It was stupid to stay. So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna send in some special agents. You know, all secret agent style. And you're gonna be one of them. What do you say?
As long as I get to help people, I think I'm okay with that.
Alright, cool. That sounds good. Alright. So, I'm gonna give you a little bit of juice. Because if I send you back as you are, you're gonna die in minutes. I'll be real with you. Things ain't looking too good at that city I'm gonna be sending you to. So, I'm gonna send you a little ways away. And I want you to head in. Alright?
That's fine with me.
Now when you get in there, I don't think I have to tell you to be very, very careful. Stay away from the red flags. You don't want those. They're bad. Look for the flags that have the what was it? I think it was like a symbol of a tree or something. You know what a tree looks like, right?
Yes, I know what tree looks like.
Alright, good. Alright, now this might hurt a little bit. So, brace yourself.
He says, as he takes several paces back, and his eyes begin to blaze with magic. Eldritch green flames dance across the sides of his face, coalescing within the palm of his hand. The heat is intense, which throws you off, as you've been dead long enough that sensation like temperature is almost slips from your memory. And as the heat grows, he begins to walk forward before placing a hand on your shoulder and driving the green flames into your chest. Immediately, you are racked with pain as you feel these burning, coursing sensations fill your entire body, like the fire is passing through your very veins. And for a moment, you feel almost as if you're about to slip from consciousness. And then you realize you're conscious. You reach down and you touch your body, and it feels warm. As Spectre takes several steps back to inspect his work.
Haha, your man still got it. I still got it. Alright, so I'm gonna tear open a nice little portal for you. You're gonna come out into some woods. I need you to head south when you get out those woods. You hear me?
Understood.
Alright. Now go grab some equipment before you go.
Gesturing over to a door adjacent within the office. As you enter it, peering within, you find all of the equipment that you feel you'll need. Solid set of armor, quarterstaff, a shield, a bag of holding to carry your possessions, and one item in particular. Its slight red glint catches your eye in the candlelight of the room. And so you reach for it, placing it within your pocket and stepping out of the room, making your way back to Spectre fully prepared.
Ah, now you're looking like a warrior.
Let's do this.
He begins to mutter some indecipherable words under his breath as he turns towards where the door you just came from was. He does some strange gestures with his hand, as if using them to roughly outline a doorway, muttering all the while as he does so. And then the room is filled with a crack as arcane energy bursts forth and fills the portal, the doorway.
Alright, I managed to hijack one of these rifts. Like I said, it's not too good over there. I think they're like having some type of like apocalypse or something, I don't know. But there are rifts tearing open all over the place. And luckily, I was able to find one that's somewhat connected to our world. Now, you'll be able to come back through that portal and bring you to the Pantheon. But it won't bring you here, it'll bring you somewhere else. I'm not sure where it'll bring you.
We'll worry about that when we get there.
Now that's the attitude I like to hear.
He claps his hands together, and the rift begins to ripple and undulate as the arcane energy takes on a darker tone. A blackened azure light. He looks to you and gives a curt nod of his head, gesturing to the doorway.
Good luck.
Gives a little nod back to Spectre. Alright, here goes nothing. Jump through the portal.
And you're immediately wrenched forward at speed and force you've never felt before. As you look about, around you, an endless expanse of darkness in all directions, undercut by the luminous glow of what you could only describe to be a liquid, a gas, somewhere in between. You've never seen anything like this before. but it feels cool to the touch. And almost like a frictionless lubricant, you launch forward through this tunnel. As your eyes adjust to the darkness around you, you can make out small pinpricks of light in all directions. And you realize that you're looking up at what you would only describe to be the night sky. Realizing to be the greater cosmos. Each star representing a crystal sphere, a collection of worlds there within, unique to its own. And you currently ride the network that seems to link them all together. You feel your body vibrate in such a way that if it were to continue, you would worry your entire form would come undone. And then, with a pop, it's all suddenly gone. Your eyes are filled with a bright, blinding light. Small, colorful dots fill your vision. And you blink them away to a small clearing amidst the forest. The foliage around you all but barren, save one particular plant. And as you look at it, you slightly recognize it. Give me a nature check. As a flower from back home. But what it is and what its purpose is, you couldn't possibly know. As you survey your surroundings, it seems all is relatively quiet. And gauging your position using the sun, you set off southward, walking for some distance until you hit a tree line. And just beyond it, a long, spanning plain with a massive walled city in the distance. And to your horror, yes, Mochi is also there, coiled around your waist and shoulders, kind of gripping tight after such a harrowing experience. And as you look upon the city, to your horror, it's on fire. A massive black anomaly floats just above its center, blazing like a black sun. And so, you set off. But there are other things taking place currently within Waterdeep. As we turn our attentions to its interior, sorry, audio hiccups. There we go. within the Midtown area of Waterdeep, our various currently present party look on in horror as the flaming crater that now sits at the city's center, just beneath the massive, sprawling, floating citadel above, clears of its debris. And you're able to see, at its center, rising to a massive height, is the easily recognizable face of Bane, who looks upon the overhead airships with glee, raising a hand and firing off a tendril of entropic magics from the Black Gauntlet. It pierces two of the ships overhead as they come careening down and crash into the city below. Looking on from within the cockpits of your Jovian frames, Gwen, Roko, and Gandiva, what do you do?
I think this calls for a tactical retreat.
Now.
Okay, as long as we're not leaving Waterdeep. Because
No,
if
of
we
course
let
not.
him take over, I don't even want to know what'll happen.
We simply need more information on the situation, and preferably not within here.
Pardon me, guys. I seem to be having some computer problems.
Oh no.
The heck is going on? It's been a problem for like the last few days. This isn't the first time. It was doing similar stuff
happening?
last stream. Everything is coming to a crawl, and stuff is not working properly, and it's scuffed as fuck, and I'm not sure why. Especially because I'm using a much slimmer load than what I usually use. So I don't think it should be anything I'm using, because nothing in that record has changed. Give me a moment, let me try something else. Okay. I think it's behaving now. I think.
Fingers crossed.
Nope. Well, it's working well enough. Anyway, we'll continue as is. Gandiva, Roko, Gwen. As you look on, watching Bane destroy two of the airships that were just previously hounding you, what do you do?
Yes, retreat. Back to the eastern gate.
Yeah.
Objections here.
For now.
All right. As you immediately attempt to make your escape, you hear the voice, thunderous and loud, across the entirety of the city. Cowards! And as he says this, you cast a look back and watch as swarms of the Scarlet Legion begin to assail the god, moving to assault him with fervorous vigor. This grants you a moment of opportunity, and you begin to issue a message across to withdraw. Now, I need athletics checks, friends.
Ellipses and athletics.
E.
That one then.
You're using the mech stats, right? Or the Jovian
Yes,
stats?
Jovian stats, yeah.
Just make sure.
Three straight 18s. You'd love to see it.
Right?
Mhm.
Try 5 nat 20s in a row.
That was time.
Fight back, bitch. Fight back.
That poor dragon.
That dragon deserved
Oh.
it.
Speaking of nat
Hey, good
20s,
Diva books it.
Oh, perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay. The sound of heavy footfalls fill the city streets as your machines stomp their way back towards the eastern gate. But as you make your escape, you see something that at first gives you pause. As your pace slows, the men around you scrambling around the feet of your massive war machines. Everybody give me a perception roll. With your actual stats. Your actual stats are used for anything mind related.
That makes sense, yeah. I'm gonna boost mine. Got one more use of that.
Alrighty. And Roko and Gwendolyn, as you stomp your way through the city streets, you're given pause as you watch something moving at impossible speeds from across the tops of the roofs towards where Bane currently resides. As it draws closer, you get a better look, and it looks as if a flaming man bearing a massive sword aback a white six-legged horse is charging towards Bane.
What the track of this fairy tale for kids nonsense?
What the fuck?
And Gwen, as you see this, Asterial calls to you from your mind. It can't be. He still lives.
oh, exactly.
It is Uriel, Gadriel, and Olariel. We must go now. Things are about to get very dangerous very quickly.
Right.
And so, on that note, the party continues their escape eastward. And as these machines, flanked by these uniformed soldiers, stomp onward, some distance away, a woman cloaked peers on from one of the shadowed alleyways. As the legion she was tailing for some time seems to charge forth towards the gigantic man currently standing in the middle of the city. And after a quick kind of surveillance of his countenance, you're able to easily identify from all of the various depictions you've seen throughout time as this to be Bane, god of tyranny. And you watch as a group of soldiers, not bearing any of the sigils or banners the Scarlet Legion escapes eastward, feel a call to follow, reasoning that is very likely that these are the people you seek. And so, you continue, pursuing from the darkness, making sure to stay out of sight as the enemy and allied forces are busying themselves with the current new obstacle that stands before them. One moment. Oops, wrong one. And eventually, with the sound of raucous destruction taking place just behind you, you crest the portal that is the gate to the east and exit the city into the cliffs just outside. As you push the machines to their final limit, you begin to hear various alarms and chimes going off from within the cockpit, alerting you to the damage the suit has sustained thus far. Do they all eventually come to a rest, dropping them to a knee that you might easily disembark? And as you do this, your men have all come about, circling you to ensure that the area is secured and that a watch is posted. As you do this, you get to breathe a deep breath of fresh air, which brings a brief focus and clarity to your mind after the blur of combat that you had just experienced. Taking this moment to reprieve, what does the party do?
Okay. Okay. Matters have escalated exponentially. Gandiva, what exactly do we know about Bane again?
Well, he was the one god that sealed away the mud god in the ruins we were in just a couple days ago
Uh,
with the dagger.
yes, the dagger, was it? There was something about that dagger.
Yeah, that dagger, it can kill gods.
I see.
But yeah, the god who wants revenge on Bane is inside of Alistair. And
And
Alistair's
Alistair's
not
out of
looking too.
commission.
Yeah, he's not doing too good right now.
Then the plan is simple. I will need to create new and better prosthetics for him so he can jump right back to the action. It's as clear as day. Only except. Hmm.
Well, I was also thinking that, since Youth is aboard Aurora, maybe she could sync up with the Mythalars and hit Bane with a huge silver fire tonal wheel laser beam.
Suddenly you hear a shrill cry out from Roko as she clutches her head and throws her head back, just screaming into the air.
The Mythalar, that's right. That was my most
Yeah.
important project before I fell under less than ideal circumstances. I have to get back to Aurora as soon as possible. I have so much research to complete.
Well, first things first, we need to at least maybe we can try to get Bane to retreat.
What?
If we show him, like I said, a little bit of our strength, maybe he'll back off.
Gentiva, dear, this hypothesis of yours, there is merit to it, although at this given moment in time, I am not sure that is most ideal state of circumstance to begin communicating with him. It is something to consider after some rest, though, I believe.
Well, while we take a nap, let's hope he doesn't rampage and completely destroy Waterdeep.
At least,
Yeah, because you know, that orb, pretty sure it's gonna suck in Waterdeep too.
at least for the time being, them and the Legion might wear each other down because it did not seem like they were exactly on good terms.
No, and that's exactly to our advantage. But at the same time, it does make our time much more narrow than I would like it to be. It's just never a moment of rest for us, is there? I almost wish I was dead, still.
And as you say this, some distance away, just behind the city gates, peering onward from their hidden position, Lana looks on curiously at the group now resting. And some distance away, to the north, hidden behind a large oaken tree, a young lady, Faye, peers from just behind its wide trunk, her faithful Mochi resting its head upon her shoulder and looking on alongside her. As you look on in the distance, you see that the banners they're currently bearing don't look like the Scarlet Kings. You reason that these might be the people Spectre had mentioned.
I'm gonna
Do-
roll to see if Roko notices either of them.
Fair enough. And I would say I'd need a stealth check from both Faye and from Lana to see how hidden you are and whether or not they spot you.
Don't worry about it.
No big deal, you know, just another day. Lana, a ghost.
Oh,
Lana's a ghost. And as Faye looks on, she's given a quick start as a small bird-like creature, bipedal, begins to make sounds, gesturing in their direction. This is quickly exacerbated when a young lady bearing a uncomfortable amount of intimidation regarding her countenance, also looks over in the direction of the tree you were currently hiding behind.
Who goes there? I demand to know.
Oh, that's the wrong weapon. That one.
And a arc of lightning launches forth from the small bird in the direction of the tree, smashing into the trunk just several feet away from your face.
Friendly, friendly.
Roko is visibly hyperventilating.
Are you the party we're supposed to help? We're sent here by Spectre.
Who?
Spectre?
What?
Turning to look at Gandiva and Gwen,
Oh,
arms out like,
Actually, you would know this.
Oh, wait.
that
Um,
guy.
During the large meeting that was taking place, that had taken place with
World Traveler.
yeah.
I don't think I got that in my notes. Heck.
It was like the week before you guys made it to the dig site in Honorok.
Mm.
There was a big meeting within the underground
meeting with Medicus?
bunkers. Yep. That was the meeting that happened with Medicus. He brought all of his peoples along too.
Oh, my
Yeah.
character was there.
Yes. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love Spectre. I got to touch his face.
What the-
And they never washed their hand again after that.
Honestly, I don't think they have.
Ew. Yeah, we like never take baths. But anyway.
And you
even
know,
the trip-
it's messed up because you know there's like bathhouses all over Aurora. You know that, right? That was
No,
like one of the
Eden
things.
doesn't know that.
Oh God, poor Eden.
Eden would love a bath, but they don't know that.
Anyway, oh God.
We're chilling.
Right. Okay. Spectre. Yes, I recall that name now.
Yeah, it's okay, Roko. I think they're good. I think they're good.
Please don't shoot me with lightning again. That was really scary.
They don't smell too bad.
Apologies, as you can see, I'm rather on edge right now. I need to
No.
just.
She flops on the ground, cross legs.
Could you
Yeah,
point
I
me
know.
to your most injured?
Injured. Do we have injured among our number?
Yes, there are a handful of injured soldiers currently nursing wounds and seeing medical aid after you've kind of made your escape out of the city.
And with a sigh, Roko waves her hand in a gesture of beckoning toward the newcomer.
I approach very slowly to not get shot with lightning. So they're just over here. Can I, you know?
And so you kind of make your way over to this large grouping. Some of them are currently in the process of setting up an interim tent for the injured to rest within some cover. But currently present, there are roughly about 6 injured men.
6.
Some of the, well, let's put it this way. They didn't collect their dead.
Oh. All right. Are these 6 like in a circle? Are they in a row anywhere?
They're all kind of seated in a small grouping just adjacent to where the other troops are setting up a tent. Some appear to have basic standard wounds, a couple of bruises and scrapes. One bears a gut wound that's bleeding rather profusely, and another seems to have straight up lost a hand.
Oh,
He's nursing it in the pit of his other arm.
all right. Sorry, I'm just looking through my spell list. I have added so many spells since I'm level 15 now.
Prepared for anything. Let's go.
Somewhere. Right. Well, I guess first off, I will go into the circle of these injured, and then I will cast Mass Cure Wounds at the 5th level. Now, how do I do that on here? Spells.
What you would do is you click the spell from your spell list, and then it'll give you a little prompt, and you should be able to upcast it that way.
Ah,
And as you take your position just centered around the injured, you begin to channel some of your magic, allowing its positive energy to flow through you, focusing it through your staff before releasing it in a burst around you. As this happens, the more palliative injured immediately return to tip-top shape, most of their injuries passing before your eyes within seconds. The man with the gut wound relieves, makes an audible sigh of relief as the pain slowly subsides. Hemorrhaging wound begins to knit itself closed. And as the injured man, nursing his dismembered hand, you watch as the wound begins to slowly heal, the raw flesh turning an angry pink, but closing all the same.
with the handless individual specifically, I want to approach them slowly and gesture them to give me their, I guess, knob. I wouldn't call it a hand.
Well, they got both. But yeah, he looks at you, somewhat skeptical, but having seen some of your handiwork in action, he quickly concedes and hands his hand over to you.
I'm just making 100% sure this is the person who has lost their hand.
Yes.
Okay, so I will take my left hand, hover over his knob 2-3 inches, and close my eyes, and then I will cast Greater Restoration.
And, gesturing to the man, he, with his severed hand in his off hand, and your nub presented to his nub presented to you, he places them just before him as you begin to attempt to heal the injury. And slowly, alongside the prior healing spell, the flesh begins to knit itself closed. The angry welt slowly returns to its normalized shade, as whatever entropic effect seemed to be affecting the wound has now been cast away. And all the while, from the entrance of the gateway, little by little, it's been edging closer, creeping, watching. Lana sees the young lady healing the wounded soldiers, feels a pang of guilt and desire to head over. What does she do?
Anything but head over.
And so she continues to watch.
I was joking.
Oh, fair enough.
Joking, Silas.
I don't know, sometimes you're creeping along, you watch from the distance, pop in at that climactic moment, I don't know.
Probably doesn't want to
Aw.
get shot by lightning.
Probably doesn't want to get shot
Yeah.
by lightning. Yeah, that's a good point.
I almost said the wrong name. Also, 25. I guess Lana is going to slowly head over, as to not get lightninged, electrocuted. I can remember the word.
And cautiously, Lana steps out from behind her hidden spot, slowly making her way towards the group, caution in her step so as not to arouse or elicit any type of aggression. And she makes it about a good 40 feet away before she is spotted by Gwendolyn, who is watching Faye like a hawk.
Upon seeing the new person, of course, being on guard, she's gonna hold up her light crossbow and just wave to the others that there's another person approaching.
Open it, sign, illuminate. What is it now?
More
Lana's
movement.
just-
No,
Oh well,
the gate.
this is a battlefield, so there would be a lot of people hanging around.
Yes,
Lana-
preferably our own.
Lana's just gonna throw their arms in the air to show that they're not trying to be a threat.
Oh, okay.
And as Lana does this, it incidentally throws her hood back,
Oh
Re-
no.
revealing her face. And as Gandiva looks on, she's surprised and confused, because she sees a fellow succubus-blooded devil standing
Oh.
before her.
Wow. You don't see those every day.
On a relative of yours, I assume.
Also, we do.
Yeah, actually.
I did not catch what they said. I'm so confused.
Gandiva. Never mind.
What?
Well,
No.
Gandiva said, pretty much that, fancy, rare succubus being here, a devil, wow, look at that, you wouldn't see that. Then Ziz chimed in with yeah, actually we do though.
Oh. Oh.
Like they have
You know what?
personal
Maybe-
dealings with an Aaron Yes named Senrei. Anyway, that's beside the point. Anyway,
Alright,
moving on.
can I
Sorry.
sniff Lana? Can I sniff her?
As
Lana isn't gonna stop
Gandiva
you.
kind of begins to approach
It's my
Lana.
divine sense. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay. When you say it that way, you might want to start with that one next time instead of just saying you want to sniff somebody.
No, this sniffing is much more
Is it-
interesting.
Hey, absolutely not. This is
That's
completely
how
the
I do
appropriate
my
way of doing it.
divine. That's how I do my divine sense. I sniff people.
Is Lana close enough to hear them?
Close enough to hear Gandiva ask if they can sniff you?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh.
You are roughly 40 feet away.
I don't know how measurements work, Silas.
You're
Within
like,
hearing distance is all I need.
yeah, you're within hearing distance.
That's
You're within
all
hearing
I need.
distance.
Lana's just going to give a very confused look.
just to make sure that you're on our side.
I mean, I'm not going to stop you.
And so, Gandiva slowly approaches Lana. And you see her eyes begin to blaze, to your surprise, with holy light. She begins to sniff the air fervently around you. And, much to Gandiva's satisfaction, Lana smells rather pleasant.
Alright, nice to meet you. I'm Gandiva. This is Roko and Gwendolyn.
Hello.
Welcome to Waterdeep. How are you liking your stay?
No.
No?
It's not very welcoming. But hello.
Yay! Waterdeep.
I'm Lana.
Waterdeep.
I'm Lana.
Hi, I'm Gandiva.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm losing my mind.
Okay.
Very well, I suppose you can stay if you mean no harm.
The more the merrier.
Really.
Alright,
And-
thank you.
At the saying of this phrase, Gwendolyn is suddenly taken with an idea. The more the merrier immediately makes her mind wander to somebody who might just be the exact person to fit that description. The irony being that she was the one that put them there not too long ago. And so, after sending a message to one of the nearby battalions for a rendezvous to the east of Waterdeep, as the group begin to make their way along the road to where they had dropped in before the onslaught began. And after a time, you watch in the distance as one of the Barovian battleships begins to descend, its cargo bay slowly opening and allowing entry of the Divinus and the battalions whom joined you on this insane mission. And though you had not managed to secure the land, the damage dealt was significant, and you likely will have better odds on your next assault city should you not wait for them to regroup too long. You reason, perhaps 3 days before they have regained their number and reorganized their forces. As the ship ascends to the sky and you watch the disorganized mayhem unfolding below, you can easily see Bane rampaging within the city, smashing and destroying all within his wake. But equally surprising is that strange mounted individual bearing that massive flaming sword. He seems to be doing battle with Bane. And what's more, he's holding his ground. It's quite the impressive spectacle as you continue your ascent to the flying city fortress above. And it takes little time before the ship has entered the hangar is moored, allowing you all to disembark onto the now safe sanctuary that is Aurora. And with that, I'm going to take a quick pee break. So, if you've been sitting for the last hour, I encourage you all to get up, get a little stretch in, and take a little 5-minute break. We'll be right back in it with the party now within Aurora. Sound good?
Time for peepees.
Gives me time to think about my next steps.
Hmm.
Be right back. Hey guys.
Woo.
Alrighty.
Quick question,
What's
because
up?
I may need to go soon-ish. Am I going to miss like huge things?
One second. Let me refer to my notes.
Yeah, I'm sure if I do, I can just ask you about it later. But
Kind of, sort of, but it's yeah. I can fill you in on it later.
okay,
All right.
just wanted to make sure because as soon as I feel any hint of sleepy or once it gets to like 12:15, I'm gonna be like, okay.
That's all good, Brody. Now you gotta get your rest.
Unfortunately, being a Sunday. Oh God, I forgot tomorrow's Sunday.
It is what it is. Fuck it, we ball.
Hell
Word.
yeah.
So with that said, give me 1 second while we get things back on track. Is everybody else squared, by the way? Everybody back?
Yep. I'm good.
Cool, cool, cool.
Yep.
Also want to state, a refined version of Aurora is coming out too. That's why everything is taking so long. I got like multiple projects and a new
Yeah.
title screen as well for you guys. I got a bunch of stuff, man. So much
We're-
cool shit.
We're renovating my boy.
Also,
That boy be renovating.
I want to just say, Dell, thank you for being our 200th channel follower. I appreciate that. And as a,
What? I heard my name. I'm sorry, I was doing something.
I want to say thank you for being our 200th channel follower.
Was I actually?
Yeah, legit.
I also was primed.
Yeah, thank you, bro. I appreciate the love and support, man.
I usually, yeah, I have been using. It's been a kind of a waste not to use it. But,
Appreciate
yeah, no,
it. Appreciate it so much. As a sign of love and adoration, we're gonna have a subathon, or like just a follow with whatever, you know, a long ass stream where we get to all hang out for extended period of time, like I did before.
Nice. Oh,
So-
nice.
24 D&D or 24-hour D&D stream when?
I'm telling you, when Medi gets back,
Oh yeah.
I'm telling you, when he gets back, we're doing it. I'm
That
gonna
one
figure
more.
out when he gets back. I'm gonna figure out what his schedule will look like, and we're gonna set it up and get everybody on board for
I
a
was
crazy
told-
one shot.
Oh, it'd be a one.
Muppet one.
I think it would be a one shot. I'm not sure. He
Okay.
mentioned that he wanted to
Campaign.
do a one shot, but I'm not sure if he wanted to do it for that specifically.
I think what are you saying before? If he did the 24-hour one, he wanted to do the Muppet one, 24-hour
Oh
one.
yeah, the Muppet
so
one. Oh my god, that would kill me.
I think
Yeah,
that's
you
what it was
coulda-
gonna be, the Muppet one shot.
You could have took him back to Skyrim and taught him all about the origin of the game.
Oh
Skyrim.
god. Oh man.
Oh, you're finally awake.
I literally did that to them. I
Both of those-
literally did that to
Yep.
them.
But
It was so
I
fucking
own,
funny.
every single copy of Skyrim that's been on everything.
I don't blame you.
Yeah,
It's
and you
peak.
also bought like 37 copies of Fallout 76 for like.
It was like really cheap.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there was a couple of good
And
crazy
I still
sales.
have the one I got that day. It's
We
still
still
in
have-
the plastic.
We still have the one that's buried on the street.
You buried one?
Yeah, we crushed one up and Medicus buried it underneath a tree. We were going to revisit it on our like high school graduation, like high school
Union.
That's
That
awesome.
tree better still be there. That's our marker.
High school reunion. What's that? I didn't go to that.
I don't know if
Better
the Upper Cape even does one.
I don't think they do.
I hope they do. We can make our own. I know the teacher had his
True.
number. I'll threaten him. I know his address.
I just remember seeing it like, oh, I got an invite to this thing on Facebook years ago. It's like, that's cool. No.
I'm pretty sure I
This-
still have my copy you gave me, still sealed in the plastic.
That's commitment.
Like I never opened it because I never wanted to play it. Never put myself through that.
How dare you not? It's an experience. Everyone should experience
It's at
it.
my desk somewhere.
Well,
Accurate.
it's certainly an experience. I wouldn't call it a good one though.
Hold on, is this?
I felt
Yep,
bad for the GameStop employee that
Oh
sold
wait,
me.
no, this is one of the copies I have. I have two of them, I think. This one's opened.
Oh man.
I think
What's
I think someone
copies
gave me
for?
their copy.
I would not be surprised. I know Medicus still has theirs.
You guys ready to get back into it?
Yep.
Yep,
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Awesomeness. One
Go
by
back.
one, you disembark the airship to a busied and abuzz hangar. Many, many workers, soldiers, and denizens of Aurora move to and fro, attempting to keep the flow of resources and supplies going. As you disembark, you are greeted by the Vidalcan Ziz, who looks upon his fellow members of the Unlikely Few with a slight bit of disappointment and, at the strangers, slight confusion. As he looks upon the young Fae and the now once again hooded Lana.
I'll walk up to him slowly, stretch out my hand to, give a little shake. Hi, I'm Faye. I'm new.
And so he's just kind of looks kind of expressionless. Then after a moment, you see him raise his arm with a very ornate, shiny metal thingy attached from the hand all the way. I think it's all the way up to the shoulder, isn't it?
Yep.
I keep forgetting the design we had with that. If it was that and the
I always thought the apparatus was on his back.
well, I think
Oh, it's a
there's the-
two-parter. It's a two-parter.
Yeah, it's got like
The
a
main
generator
generator
kind of thing.
Yep, the main generator piece is on his back, and the conduit focus is the gauntlet that's fitted on his arm.
That makes sense. His thing that do many things.
Yes, whether he wants it to or not. So he offers his hand with shiny metal arm attachment. So, I'm Ziz. Glad to see somebody else here to help because, well, you saw.
The moment you grab Faye's hand, she'll reach the other one and shake it very happily with her giant grin on her face.
And Ziz has noodle arms, so he's kind of jostled around a bit.
As she lets go, kind of frightened. Oh, I'm sorry.
And all you can do is just look on at this young lady with the strange, massive python coiled around her and this bubbly disposition.
Oh, I forgot. This is Mochi.
This is... He just...
Don't worry, he won't bite unless I tell him to.
He
Sorry,
just...
How did you describe Mochi again?
20-foot long python.
I think in the bestiary it's 40.
Oh, sorry. 40-foot long python.
This seems visibly concerned, but he's cool.
As Faye steps back, urging the other new person to the group towards this man.
I'm Lana. Lana's just gonna wave a little bit.
And is this the kind of waves back, seeming a bit more comfortable with long distance interaction?
Okay.
Right then, I have had absolutely enough of all of this. If any of you need me for whatever reason,
And
Refer to my little friend here. I am going to bed.
And she walks off, leaving behind the little buddy.
Goodbye, bird person.
Bye. Have a good night.
And a small spider-like bot is left in her wake as she plods off in the direction of the corridor leading out of the hangar, leaving Lana, Gwendolyn, Faye, Ziz, and Gandiva as they stand amidst the busied corridor.
Nice place you got.
Zis, real quickly, looks at Gandiva after Roko walks off. Like, man, she kind of had like the good idea, huh? We probably should have done that.
Oh, yeah. Well, I guess, maybe we should show these guys where they're gonna sleep?
Oh yeah, right.
Sleep does sound nice.
And where to find food and all that?
A tour.
Well, that goes on.
Ooh, a
I have
tour.
a matter I must take care of briefly. So, you excuse me.
Okay.
Why is everybody leaving?
Busy, you know, war and everything. It keeps us all very busy.
It's kind of normal around here anyway, though.
Yeah, very normal.
Oh,
Actually,
that's so sad.
I haven't had rest for how long? Like a day and maybe 2.
Never-ending projects.
I don't know. Okay. Wow. So I'm gonna go ahead and let's show them where they're gonna stay.
And Gandiva takes point, leading the 2 newcomers into the corridor that they watched both Gwendolyn and Roko disappear down prior. Before long, you find yourselves amidst a large lift, descending at a uncomfortable pace for the newcomers, as hundreds of floors pass in a matter of minutes before it comes to a gentle stop and rest. The doors withdrawing open with a light ding sound, and as you see the corridor before you, it too is busy like the hangars above. However, there is a great deal less tension in the air, as the people here appear to be going about their daily lives. The citizenry, the city, moving to and fro between shops and residences. As you exit the lift onto the corridor, continuing outward, eventually you make your way to a block lined on both sides with countless numbers of doors, each with a small light and signage just beneath. Some state occupied and a name of the current owner. Others with a red signage stating unoccupied. Continuing on, eventually you're brought before a pair of doors, both of which bearing the unoccupied markings on their front. Gandiva turns to the party and gestures to the 2 doors.
So in these rooms, you'll have everything you need. And especially toilets. Every room comes with their own private toilet.
Ooh, back home we just had a communal one.
Yeah. Toilets, and they suckle. So it's really good. It'll suck all of everything down. Yep.
I'm sorry, suckle.
That's
Yes.
a weird way to say that.
They suckle.
Believe me, it's convenient enough. You won't care what she calls it.
Yeah. And
Am I
if you
going to
need,
feel violated after its use?
no, actually, it works pretty nice and gentle.
Oh, okay.
Wait, the toilet? I don't like this. Can I
What?
request a different toilet?
Well, I mean, it's the only toilet we have. It's not. It's what do you think it's gonna do to you? It just suckles the waste down.
Oh,
It
like when
doesn't
it
suckle you.
disappears?
Yeah, it goes down this like hole, and then it's like, oh, all
That-
the stuff is gone.
That's a lot more comfortable than what I was thinking.
Yeah, it doesn't like suck it out of you or anything like that. It just you sit on it,
Okay.
and
I
then
was worried
if you
that
need
that's what
to
you
show you
meant.
how to use it.
The way you described it and said it doesn't really help people not think it.
I haven't had sleep in a long time. I'm really tired, and we've been fighting nonstop, and I've been through a lot.
Meanwhile, this just standing there like, I could probably build one of those.
What?
What?
Huh? No, nothing.
No,
Oh.
Which one's mine?
Okay, the one on the right is yours. You can also shower. You know how to shower, right?
Yes.
Okay, some people come in here and they have no idea what a shower is, and we had to teach them how to use it. But anyway,
Oh, actually no, never.
Yup.
I'm leaving.
Yeah, you can. And if you want food, there's like a cafeteria and like a buffet.
I'm sure I can find it. Maybe.
Yeah, just ask anybody around, they'll tell you.
Okay.
There's
Lana's
a
gonna
nice
walk.
park too. Okay, bye.
Lana's gonna walk into their room and very quickly close the door.
And as Lana closes the door behind them, the placard just outside of it begins to glow with arcane light before shifting its facing to Lana, and just above it in small text, occupied.
Does Lana see this?
No, this is on the outside.
Dang it.
You will the next time you leave, though.
Okay.
Is Myram gonna do that?
Yeah, it's gonna do that. It's gonna be your room.
Ooh, alright. I'm gonna open the door and just stick my hand and look at where the glowing letters are going to appear.
And as you place your hand in, first a couple of inches, nothing seems to happen. You put a little bit more, nothing seems to happen. And you're about shoulder deep in before you start to see the placard begin to glow.
Yes.
As the placard begins to glow, it holds it as you just keep your arm there and you don't fully enter the threshold.
Oh, do I have to shut the door for it to work?
Yeah, I think you have to put your whole body in.
But I really wanted to watch it. Okay. She fully enters and closes the door and very rapidly opens it back and shoves her head out.
And as she does this, she's able to catch sight of the placard glowing brightly before its facing changes and says, Faye, on the front of it.
Huh, yes, that's me!
Yeah, I did it.
Alright, what do you guys do for fun? I'm not really tired. Can I just follow you?
I think I'm going to probably pass out. But if you want to check out all the fun, we have a lot of fun stuff here. Just, be careful. And not that it's dangerous here. It's just that, we're in the middle of like very dangerous place. So just be careful, okay?
Oh, okay. Sure.
And
A
if you
tiny
go to the
servant hop. Oh, sorry.
and if you go to the workshop, just be careful with what you touch and move around in there. There's a lot of delicate projects that go on in there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I get you.
A tiny servant hops around excitedly and bows its whole body in front of Faye, as if inviting to be followed around.
Oh, you're just adorable.
As she will follow wherever this thing goes.
Its disposition is, amusingly, very much the opposite of its owner.
It's very whimsical.
Yes.
Deep down inside, I think Roko has a whimsical side.
Almost likely, yes. Every so often, that big brain of hers has to settle down for a little bit.
True. And so, the group heads off to explore more of the city, making it a policy to stop by one of the various bathhouses that fill the interior of many floors of the residential area, stopping by the bazaar district, where food and mercantile goods of all kinds can be found, and the conference room, where many war meetings are held, before eventually referencing the workshops far below. But as we move away from our collection of adventures, we turn our attentions now to Gwendolyn, whom purposefully seems to be making her way through the winding corridors, marbled stone, eventually exiting out into a causeway that she had learned was the holding area of Aurora. As she approaches, a Barovian guardsman currently sits seated at one of the nearby podiums, and he eyes her with a slight degree of incredulity as she approaches.
Just checking in, making sure a certain person still is here that we might be used for.
And no prisoners have come in or gone. Save the ones you lot brought on.
Perfect. Because we have use for one, at least. There's one of those.
You planning on releasing one of those sickos on the city?
Not yet. But depending on how it goes, we might not have to. It's just a certain one who might serve some use for now.
You hear him grumble under his breath as he comments with disdain that Silas would put such an individual in charge of the military forces. But he concedes, rising from his seat, grabbing the keys from his waist, and leading Gwen to the interior holding cells further within. Several corridors and gates later, find yourself in a holding cell, or rather a holding block, within a line of 12 cells, 6 on each side. But surprisingly, there seems to only be one prisoner being held in this area. You can hear the sounds of paper against paper as you footfalls join
the strange melody until you stop at the far back cell, peering into the one to your right. Seated on a cot is a man. Del, describe Ace for us. Hello?
What?
You're up. Description.
Yep. Give us a description for Ace.
My audio has been like I think my audio cut out. Sorry about that.
No, it's okay. It's okay. It's not just you either. It's like my internet's just shit in the bed in general.
Description appearance wise?
Yeah.
Ace is a tall man. He has medium length hair now that goes around to his neck. He's got dark brown hair. He has a mustache and a bit of facial hair. He is wearing a red coat with gold engravings along it. He has a cowboy hat that has cards in the bit of the hat with a feather. He is wearing a big belt that seems to be made out of playing cards that says the words Ace on each one. He's been wearing tall boots, and he has a bunch of ammunition stored on.
Excellent. As you peer in at the man, currently seated on the cot within the cell, he seems to be idly thumbing through a deck of playing cards. He raises his gaze, peering out from beneath the brim of his hat at Gwendolyn, a slight air of bemusement on his face. As you look on, Gwen, what do you do?
Earl's been posted, Orleans. You're out for a bit. As long as you're willing to listen.
Oh, hey there, Blood Hunter. You come here to finish the job?
As much as I would like to, that you have use still. Surprisingly.
Use. Alright, you know what? I've not had a good laugh today. Let's hear this proposition of yours.
You can possibly come out of here free man, as long as you can follow through with what we're doing
Free
here.
man? Alright. Give me details.
You have some useful things that be of use to our group.
Oh, please, continue on now. What are those useful qualities now that you love and me so much?
Oh, damn it. Deal is, you join us and help us fight here, or spend the rest of your days here.
Alrighty. Alright, Cowpoke. I hear what you're saying. Any chance I can give a counter offer?
Oh, let's hear it.
Let's see. I want to join your little posse. I need a few things. You can get these done for me. Think we got ourselves a deal.
You're not in much place to be making demands, but let's hear it.
Well, let's be honest here, Blood Hunter. If you're coming to me, you're desperate. It's just small requests. First thing I'll need my guns. People here obviously took them away because I'm quote unquote a danger to everyone around me when I have them.
As would anyone with a firearm. Go on.
All right, I need my weapons. I suspect, and I'm assuming this is a paid gig.
Oh, you're lucky to be getting out of here free if you think you're getting paid.
Buddy, if I wanted to, I could have been out of here a long time ago.
And I'd have your ass back in here not falling after.
You and Wood Army, Wood Hunter. But
You
You
know
know what?
exactly what army.
all right, all right. How long is this gig? I'm assuming once the gig's over, you don't plan on throwing me back in here, right?
As long as you don't try to stab us in the back, and you follow an ninja to the deal, you're a free man.
Oh, come on, Gwendolyn. You know knives aren't my thing.
You know exactly what I mean.
All right. As long as you can guarantee my freedom once this ordeal is over, and you can get my guns, you might just have yourself a deal.
Freedom remains as long as you don't do those dumbass things that end yourself back here. Or on the Zentarim's watch list.
They're on my watch list too, buddy. Speaking of which, where's the rest of them? Only you came by your lonesome?
We have other issues, and there's no need for every captain see your escape release.
How quickly can you get me out of here?
She's gonna look to the guard nearby. I'm assuming he's still standing nearby.
Oi. If we can get the approval from Mistress Youth, maybe by the night's end.
And I will get all my belongings returned to me that I came in with?
Besides the stolen effects, yes.
Ain't none of my stuff stolen. But I want my guns back. I want my backpack back. I want my flasks back. Most importantly, I'd like my arm back, if that would be all right. I've been, sent up in a cell now with one arm now for God knows how long because, quote unquote, any tool even attached to me is a weapon. Personally, now I think they're just going down on us cripples, but we'll go with that. So if you can get my items, you got yourself a deal.
Once the approval from Mistress Youth comes in, I'll go talk to Reclamations.
Great. Now any
So,
chance I can get a decent meal here before my last night?
And you hear the guardsman audibly groan, spitting curses under his breath as he begins to turn towards where his podium is.
Do I know the guard's name by any chance?
Karsten Forge.
Carson. Go along, Garson. Go talk to your boss and let me out of here. Look at his foot, friend.
Now I have to take orders from these assholes.
Oh, come on.
What the hell is Aurora becoming?
Language, my friend.
You aren't taking orders from him. You're taking orders from me. See to it.
Big bossy lady now, aren't you? You see, times have not changed you, Gwendolyn.
And I'll see to it that your other arm's good too if you don't close your mouth.
Oh, we're on threats already, Kelpo.
Just get the paperwork through.
And the guardsman nods before taking his leave and going on to process the prisoner release. Which brings our attention back towards Gandiva and the others, who are now concluding their tour across Aurora. A clearly exhausted Gandiva kind of shuffles listlessly back onto the lift as you all board it, and it begins its descent back towards the residential blocks.
Wow, this place is big.
Yeah, and we plan to make it even bigger.
Dude, that's crazy. There's already a lot
It
of stuff
used
here. What
to
would
be
you need to add?
underground.
The tiny serpent pipes
Oh
up.
yeah, it did. It used to be underground, and now it's floating in the air.
How?
Magic.
I understand, but not even the strongest magic from back home could do this.
The Mythalar is largely responsible.
Crazy.
Ancient magic. Magic beyond my comprehension, that's for sure.
That is why Master Roko is studying it very thoroughly to discover its secrets.
Makes sense. I'd want to know how this stuff works too.
It is all very scientifically fascinating.
I don't doubt that.
And as the lift begins to lurch to a slow stop, the dinging of the doors, announcing your arrival, does Gandiva depart before turning to the group and bidding them farewell.
I'm so tired. I need rest.
Good night,
I
dear
think I might throw up.
Gandiva. Please do not do that.
Oh no, she's gonna throw up.
I mean, I
Yeah.
guess someone has to for Silas, am I right? I'm sorry,
Not-
that was awful.
Not me, I can hit con saves.
Actually, I think my con is pretty good on Gandiva. Anyway, yeah, Gandiva turns away and starts dragging herself to her room.
Have a good one. Have a
Everyone
nice
is
ride.
working so hard.
And you watch as the paladinic warrior departs, disappearing down the corridor amidst the swarming crowds of people coming and going. Eventually, she stops just before the door, labeled Gwent Residence. She pushes open the entryway and kind of stumbles into the space. Immediately, her eyes are drawn to the foot of the bed. Atop a small chest is a sword within a ornate scabbard and a letter atop it.
Oh. Oh man. Gandiva slowly approaches and picks up the letter first and foremost.
She unfolds the letter, looking over the words. It seems short and sweet, and the handwriting is immediately familiar. As she reads over the letter from Silas, it says, I know swords weren't always your thing. Daggers weren't always your thing. So I forged a sword that suited your tastes. I hope you like it. Love, Silas.
Oh my god. Okay. She's gonna just slowly fold the letter and look down at the sword. Inspecting the details and everything, and it's like, yep, this is his handiwork, all right. She even unsheaths it from its scabbard and looks at the shiny blade.
Forged of that bronzed alloy you've seen him make time and time again.
Yeah, he would. Okay. Then she puts it back in. And she kind of crawls into the bed. Not even, she like takes off her shoes. That's it, pretty much. And just kind of like lays in the bed. And probably cries herself to sleep.
Oh my god.
Or whatever little sleep she can get. I don't know how someone can sleep after Waterdeep.
I just want to say, Eden is sleeping fine.
Of course Eden is sleeping fine.
Viz will also be sleeping fine.
I'm probably having nightmares.
Diva needs an emotional support boob.
Oh man, she probably using the pillow that Silas was sleeping on. Oh my god.
You didn't even like the people who went kaploot. But they sleep fine.
And one by one, our adventurers, both veterans and new, retire to their residences for the night. Both Lana and Faye, already somewhat adjusting to the surprisingly comfortable arrangements that they now find themselves in, and drift off into dreamless sleep. That is until Faye's dreamless sleep begins to take on an ominous nature to it. The peaceful darkness that she had found herself in now somehow so much more substantial. Realizing now that she's even aware of herself amidst this endless expanse of darkness around her. And taking several paces into the endless abyss that is this dreamscape, she realizes that it feels as if no matter what direction she would choose to go, it would go on endlessly. It's then, just in the distance, at first a small glint, fighting feebly against the ever-encroaching darkness, attempting to snuff it out. And slowly, as she focuses her sight on that single point, does it become somewhat brighter. Greenish glow, casting its weak luminosity against the darkness around it. And then she sees more lights just beyond it. One of silver, one of gold, one of azure, one of a yellow? Yeah. A yellow, azure, silver, and gold light. Just beyond the green one before you. And as they grow brighter, casting their bright glow, brightening up the darkness around you, does the green light grow brighter. And as it floats, closing the distance between the two of you, resting just before you, you feel two separate compulsions tug at you. One, to force yourself awake, to turn away from this dream and the strange, strange omens it bears. And then, on the other side, a drive to reach out, to touch the light, and to accept it. Of these two compulsions, which do you give way to?
Very, very slowly will she reach her right hand to encompass this light.
And as your fingers close around it, you watch as a red miasma slowly begins to permeate from the light, as if seeping away like poison.
That fucking.
And then it disappears in your palm. As you open to inspect it, you suddenly find yourself awake. The room filled with the gentle glow of an early morning sun, peering over to the strange square artifact fixed to the wall. You realize now that this is but an illusionary emulation of the weather outside. And you turn to the side of the bed and recount the dream you had just had. Looking down at your hand, you're surprised to find a strange marking now scribed within your palm.
real quick, I'm gonna go ahead and oh,
What's up?
oh,
You
I
gonna
saw
bet?
the light. Yeah, I saw your light on real quick when I tabbed back in. I was like, wait a minute, did I thought my audio cut out and I interrupted you?
No, you're good. You're good. You
Yeah,
literally
that
caught
was
me just as I was about to say.
yeah, that's what I hung up for. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and run off and get ready for bed and get ready to
No sweat,
I'm off,
Brody.
I'm off
go.
in about 20 at 2.
Yep. No next. Actually, no worries. We're actually gonna be wrapping up soon. We're
Okay.
gonna call it an earlier night tonight. Next week's session will be starting like on time. Now that everything's all squared away. It's
I
kind
have
of
to look at
a
my upcoming schedule and let you know what I got because I know my hours are kind of weird coming up to Christmas. So
no worries. You know, just keep me in the loop.
yeah.
You have yourself a great night, Brody.
Yeah.
Good night, Volp.
Yeah. Goodbye. And
Hey, Bob.
uwu,
Ooh, woo, indeed.
especially uwu.
A
What?
sacred word.
One.
Yes.
So, we will then turn our attentions now to Ace, who stirs within the now comfortable down bed that he was oh so eager to exchange for the cot that he had found himself in these last few days. As he rises, he casts an eye over towards the bedside. On it, his two pistols rested, barrels crossed, and loaded for any moment's notice, giving him a slight degree of satisfaction and safety, the familiarity of having his weapons close. Rising from the bed, he inspects his surroundings with more scrutiny than he had the night prior. Finds the space rather amenable. Small alcove that accounts for a restroom, a small kitchen area with a hearth, a bed, dresser, a bedside table, and a table with a chair. As he goes to ready himself for the day, placing his guns in his holster, he goes for the door, opening it to find Gwendolyn waiting on the opposite side of the hall, staring at his door.
Well, good morning, Blood Hunter.
Did we lose Kamikaze too?
Oh, shite. I think we. Oh,
Actually, not yet. Yeah, we did lose him, actually. Oh no!
all right. Oh,
It's all good.
he's passed. Okay, no, he's actually gone.
With that said, yeah, we'll pick here to close up for the night then. Gwendolyn.
This is such a scuffed stream.
I
Hello?
know, it's just sometimes it
okay,
just be
okay,
like
Okay,
that,
sorry,
but we
my
roll with the
had to get
punches.
I had to get messed up.
It's all good, it's all good.
Okay.
Sorry.
But essentially, Gwendolyn looks to Ace and states that there is one more meeting to be had before his freedom is truly his own.
And this would be what?
This would be to the people that Gwendolyn is currently answering to, or at least working alongside.
Hell, rootin' tootin'.
And with that,
She leads Ace to the nearby lifts, ascending to the conference war room, where the next step is set in motion, and an unexpected visitor has arrived to share what they know. And that's where we'll call tonight's session. A little shorter than most, but it's been scuffed as hell, and I need to get some maintenance done on my computer to make sure there's nothing going on there.
I'm so tired.
That's fine. I loved all 10 of my words, so I think I killed it.
That said, with intros out the way, trust when I say next session's gonna have some real stuff for you to sink your teeth into.
Oh, I can't wait. Did I get all my stuff back, right?
Yes, you get all your stuff back. So any items that you had, slated for your character to start with, feel free to go ahead and add those to your sheet. Or if not, or alternatively, send it to me. And then when we go to do the lesson, which I'll probably do tomorrow if you're available, if anybody wants to.
Sunday? I think I might actually doing my own session now, but depending on the time.
Oh, earlier. Yeah, for sure, earlier. It'd be like, it's not even going to take like 15, 20 minutes.
Oh, yeah, I get out of work 6.
Perfect. Shoot me a DM as soon as you're all settled in, and I got your back.
Perfect. I'm writing up the homebrew weapons right now.
Excellent.
I just don't know how to I'm not used to 5e rules. I've been used to Medicus's insane rules for so long now.
Medicus has the most fucked rules, bro.
Medicus's super tuned rules. Yeah, man. I love it.
I wrote so many homebrew weapons back then now of weapons doing 100 D20 and stuff now that I don't know what's considered good or bad damage.
No worries. I'm actually really good at tuning that type of stuff. So you just bring me with that fire idea, and we'll bring it right in line.
Too powerful. I was like, 1d12 sounds like good damage. And then Kamikaze was like, oh, my longsword does 2d8, and it's a legendary. I'm like, okay, maybe not.
Because a single-handed weapon usually doesn't go above a d8.
I generally do not.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, I should know this, but I don't.
I mean, everybody does things differently,
Yeah.
So there's a lot of different like consistencies when it comes to baseline. Like me, for example, I can be a little slow, honestly, on giving out the juicier stuff. But I also like it. I like to make sure that my players get a chance to like really feel their class out and go for items that suit them. That's another big thing is like that's why I don't really hand out a lot of magic items. Because I'll alternatively allow you to modify the stuff you have or improve what you already have. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I have a few weapons now that could be basically the only weapons my character will like use. But I just
absolutely.
Drive weapons with Godbreaker.
And just
make my own stuff.
With that said, Roko is a very proficient artificer.
I'm an artificer.
Gus is also you haven't met Gus in game yet, but you'll get to. And he's kind of acting as the stand-in arms smith. So and they have access to some advanced blueprints. That's the reason why I bring it up. Like I'm talking about like some cracked shit.
Yeah, they're definitely better artificers than me, especially seeing that I'm an alchemist.
So yeah, with that in mind, if you're looking to like modify your weapons, modify your armor, enchantment is also another thing that's on the table because of Youth, which is a name you probably heard mentioned. She is a chosen of Maestra and a player character from, pre-existing campaigns. So she's kind of like the aficionado when it comes to like enchantment and magic stuff like that. Plus she's also really nice and approachable. And if you ever need pickles, she pukes them up.
When I make weapons now, do I just like send them to? Do I just got to write down damage, their ability, range, loading? Do you do misfires in this?
I do. I do.
Okay.
Good night, Eden. Thanks for stopping by.
I'm
so tired.
Yeah, it's no worries. You just shoot me the specs, and again, like if anything seems like if anything's missing or seems like overtuned or undertuned, I'll bring it in line.
Yeah, just don't be afraid to be like that's stupid. I generally would not know.
Yeah. I mean,
be full on honestly, I don't know what is considered broken or not, because like I said, I spent the first 6 months of my D&D career
Yeah.
like 100 weapon dragon skill. I had my one character now had 1,000 full-on dragon corpses that I turned into.
Yes, the Broodmother Massacre. I'm
Yes.
aware. Yeah,
I
yeah.
went in there and I just said to Medicus, I was like, how long would it take to grab every body? And I just remember this. It was just me and him. I just remember like the 5 seconds of silence. And he's like, what do you mean? He's like, I want to spend like 10 days grabbing every dragon corpse and putting it into my bag and holding it. And he let me do it.
Yep, he would do it. Yep.
It was just 1,000 dragon corpse, and that's how we made that like bomb at the final.
The
battle.
World Cracker, the World Breaker, I think it was called, or something
I
of
don't
that
know if we
accord.
gave it or not. It was
Planet
just a
Buster.
bomb.
Yeah.
We put a bunch of things in my bag of holding and mixed it all up, and then chucked it. that was a fun experience.
That sounds about right. That sounds about right.
It sucked though because I had a really cool legendary artifact I wanted to try out, and it ended up breaking in that.
No.
Because I forgot to take it out of the bag of holding.
Oh, is that the duplicate? Or the copy of the Lonesome?
No,
Or
I
was
never
that-
ended up getting that. It was
that you could get that here too.
that-
By the way, you can get a replica Lonesome. The blueprints were brought to Aurora and handed off to the Unlikely Few, so they are currently in the process of reverse engineering it.
I had what was called, it was a legendary item, homebrew that my old character Tommy Deadheart made that had the power. It was basically its own multiverse trapped in a music box, and you could trap anyone in it and like haunt them with the worst images of their life.
Oh no!
Pocket dimension.
It was a
That's
pocket
one hell of a
dimension thing, but
seal.
extremely powerful, and it was going to be used on Sanguinius and the final
Hell
battle. to trap him
yeah!
in.
Fuck
He would've been
Sanguinius,
chained-
that asshole.
He would have been chained in the multiverse, surrounded by mirrors, permanently his deformed face.
Oh
Was the goal
yeah,
of it. We thought
yeah.
it was so cool, and then I ended up just forgetting to take it out of the bag of bombs in it.
Oh man, that would have been so
it was,
clutch.
It was so cool now.
He deserves it.
Yeah, he does. Thank God I killed him.
That asshole.
At least the first time. I don't know.
Different campaign.
Yeah. Hey, well, didn't he? Yeah, he ripped your character's arm and legs off, didn't he, Steven?
Sanguinius? Yeah, dude. fuck
Yeah,
that
I
guy.
remember.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's the reason why you have a single limb remaining on that character.
My dog. That's what pissed me off the most.
Oh
I
man.
remember the counter play that could have been done.
Let's see what else he does first. That was the whole thing that
Yes.
dude was going off with.
The one
He
move
could have
that
saved
changed-
Steven's character.
Well, no,
Nope.
Steven's character's lived. Reiko is still very much alive.
Well, saved his
now.
limbs.
Well, he's got prosthetic now. I mean, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Took off
Damn.
other leg, dude.
Got that
Hey, I
Silas
wrote you new
treatment.
one. I wrote you new ones, buddy.
Oh, thanks.
All right. So, what do we do now?
Well, now we say it was fun because it was for me.
It was very
I
don't-
really look
I don't
forward to
lie
next
or
week.
anything.
Yeah.
I'm joking. I'm
No,
joking.
it's good. It's good.
That was a
Um,
great time. I enjoyed listening.
With that said, next week, 10 o'clock, usual time we start. Everything will be far more cohesively squared away without all these fucking stupid ass scuffed issues for some reason. This is driving me nuts, let me tell you. It do be like that. I don't know what the hell's going on. It's been like this for a week, but I'm gonna figure it out. I'm actually literally gonna take my shit apart as soon as I finish up stream.
Why did the bottom images get bigger? You like my anime OC? That's my OC right there. That's Ace. That's Ace.
No way.
That's my OC.
But yeah, I'll catch you guys. If you have any questions, concerns, or things you want to bring to my attention before next session, don't hesitate to shoot me a DM, and everything should be good to go come next session.
Awesome.
I appreciate you guys hopping in and joining on. I know it wasn't extremely exciting this session, but
I had an enjoyable time.
So it has some
That's
good
fun.
interactions.
yeah,
no,
I
it
actually
was
really
still-
enjoyed that.
it was
Yeah.
still fun.
Definitely.
it's a very different type of character. So I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm actually pretty excited for the whole dichotomy that's going to be building out with the party. You got some personality types that I've never hosted at the table and that the group has never interacted with. So it's going to really shake things up. I'm looking forward to it.
So am I. I am very. I've never been in a group that's able to say more than 3 words together. But
Yeah, we don't talk about how metagamey Campaign 3 was and how little roleplay there was.
Oh, and there was no roleplay
Yeah,
at
no,
all.
exactly.
My soul.
That makes me sad.
There was just
Roleplay is
The
my
most-
bread and butter in life.
the most amount of roleplay we would get is from our friend, one of the barons of the Scarlet King. Which one is he? Which one's Gelfie? Kamikaze?
I.
He was the eye. Yes. The
Oh,
only
the
amount of roleplay we
eye.
get is he would go really in detail about like going to funerals and killing all the members just for XP.
Holy shit.
Scary
That is
dude.
all. He was just.
Oh, and
scary.
the interaction between you guys' characters and Katsu.
Ah, man.
He was a scary man to play with. He was
'cause
psychotic.
we didn't level up a session. He was like, "Yeah, I want to go to a funeral home and murder everybody."
The man wanted XP. Also, not to mention that he was breaking Leland's. I think he was the most powerful character in the game because it's like the higher up he flew, the more damage he did. It like doubled by every like 20 feet. So he was just
Jeez.
able to one shot
Yeah.
everyone.
He was also the reason why Blood Hunter was banned in that campaign. And I'm now the reason it's banned in normal 5e rules.
Hey, I'm the reason con artist got banned. Medicus banned con artist because my charisma was plus 100 by the end of the campaign.
Killer. Oh my god, that's brutal.
Yeah, I could re-roll nat 1 charisma checks or any type of charisma check just unlimited amount of times. It was broken beyond belief.
God damn.
Just campaign 3 rules are just broken beyond belief.
It was so much fun though.
Yeah.
I remember the
At times, at
time
least.
now, during like the final
Yeah.
battle where he got really mad at me. He was like, "Ain't no way your thing does 300 d20 damage." He was
Yeah.
so mad.
Well,
It was
if
so
all
My
goes
one
to
way of
plan,
bra-
I'll be working with Medi to try to bring those into more palatable levels and
Mhm.
No. Keep them out.
Yeah, give us the 300 d20 weapons. Yeah, totally.
I
I
want
was
to be
actually
able
told
to
I could
cut
keep
a
my-
mountain in half.
I was actually told I could keep my 300 d20 weapon now, but it can only be used once per long rest.
Dude, that's broken, dude.
I know,
Oh,
that's what I said.
shit.
But he
It's
said
literally
if you-
just to fuck that one guy in particular weapon.
Yo, serious.
it does. It's gonna be. It also puts down the user to 1 HP.
Ah, okay, yeah, I see now. Kind of like an all
Yeah. So
in.
basically,
Yeah,
yeah, it's
Yeah.
called the lucky strike. So if you miss, it's just over.
final gambit.
Gotcha.
But still, you just look at God with that weapon and he will tremble.
Yes, yeah.
my old character in
Uh.
general OP. I had resistance to every type of attack, and I was immune to slashing and piercing.
Yeah, your character executed my character at one point.
In the first 30 seconds of you playing his first session, first.
Oh no,
30
I wasn't
seconds.
talking about that. But yeah,
Oh yes, your other. I killed.
you
so
just
many.
straight up executed that character. at
Oh
one
yeah,
point.
I pushed you up against a wall and put a rifle to your head. That was fun.
Yeah.
That was the only amount of roleplay I ever did during.
Oh yeah, no, that was actually one of our only things we got. Yeah, that was
That and when me and you.
that was
Steven,
justified.
When me and you were gay businessmen.
Oh, that was great. That was a
That was
wonderful.
fun.
Yeah, that's what
That
I'm talking
was-
about Katsu.
That was like my favorite session we ever did. That was so much fun pretending to be businessmen. Oh, I want to get that.
Darksiders, that was making me think of the Seven Saviors, not gonna lie.
Oh yeah. That's literally like my first D&D group, the Seven Saviors. Yeah, you're gonna get to see some of their characters pop up every so often too, because they're like the main protectors of New Barovia.
Quote unquote protectors.
Eventually, either in the Pantheon or maybe even at this point, Viola might show up too from a Campaign 3 character.
I
Oh
hate that
man,
she's
yeah.
alive. I hate that.
Yeah.
She was the character I executed. And
Yeah.
then she just came
Yeah,
back.
every time she's died, she's taken the insanity rolls instead.
All
Damn,
you got was
wild.
narcissism.
Yeah, I got narcissism.
I got narcissism, and my character was just born with narcissism.
I was like, damn, I really got all I got was narcissism about him.
You were so lucky. I executed you doing like 100 d20 damage. You're just like, I'm a narcissist now. I'm bad.
Yeah, and then I also got
strong.
Sanguinius' Scythe, which that's also a threat to be aware of now.
Oof, yes, it is.
Uh,
Alrighty, guys. I'm gonna bow out. It's
Alright.
been an absolute pleasure. I'm really looking forward to the campaign to come. And thank you again for signing in.
Absolutely no
Looking forward
problem.
to playing
Honored
with
to
Yogg.
meet you. It was an honor to meet all the new people now. Very fun, enjoyable time.
Woo!
I hope to say more than 10 words. That's my goal. I'm
Oh,
aiming
I
for
got
We had an
you.
actual interaction at least.
I
We
know,
had a
I'm
conversation.
joking.
No, I know. I got you.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Uh.
Good night. I love you.
I love you too. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night.
Alrighty, guys. We've got 3 new additions to the party. And while not the most eventful of all sessions, it sets the groundwork for the insanity to come. Because trust me, they're gonna need these numbers. With that said, thank you all so much, as always, for stopping by, spending your time here at the DPRQ. We host D&D every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Saturday at 6 p.m., 9 p.m., and 10 p.m. respectively, Eastern Standard Time. If you had fun, definitely feel free to stop by. We also do a bunch of other stuff, variety streams and the like. Playing a lot of Final Fantasy recently, and I'm looking forward to getting my playthrough with Code Vein going proper. But that's gonna have to wait until I finish all these damn art projects. So with that said, my friends, thank you so much again. I hope you have a fantastic night. Be sure to drink plenty of water, get plenty of rest. Both are the cornerstones of a fundamentally productive day. But more than that, most importantly, that you continue to love yourselves and each other. That tomorrow might be a better day. And I eagerly look forward to seeing you all then, likely with some more Final Fantasy. But before we call it a night, let's send a raid on over to somebody who deserves the love. I'm super salty that my music was all fucking scuffed all stream. Super salty. The saltiest. Like the pickles that you vomit. Alright, now let's see. Who is online right now? Oh, you bastard. Oh, you bastard. We're gonna go raid the Scarlet King, guys. We're gonna raid the Scarlet King. We're gonna raid him. We're gonna go raid him. We're gonna raid it up. Be sure to spam Silas emotes at him, so that he knows who's coming for him. Medicus Full Star, Silas Quint, let's go! And I will catch all you fine folks tomorrow. You take care of yourself.